Alright guys, I would like to show y'all a few things in our classroom just to make sure everyone knows how to access things. Apparently that was a problem for a few last semester. So if you would go over to the Classes tab, and I always tell people that this is like our hallway in a brick and mortar school. These are all the doors to go into the classroom, right? We are going to choose this one. This one is Summit English 2, Semester 2, SO2. And we are room 6. So you're going to go in here and yours is going to look like this. This is what we have right now at this moment in my course. You can see at the top you have Class Connect sessions for us. You have announcements. You have events over here, like like the calendar events. And then up here you have a banner, and these things are all going to be helpful for you, okay? I would always encourage you to look at our course announcements. Guess what? I always put the link to the assignment that is due that week in the course announcement. So if you're following along with us on Monday mornings, you can come in, click on this right here, and get your assignment taken care of. You have one assignment per week in this class. Okay, you could also look over here and see what's coming up. So I know next week we're going to have a short constructed response. All right, so you could look over here and maybe click through some of that. These right here, week 2, week 3, you see how it has a whole, it has multiple dates on it. This is our class plan, okay, but these are assignments. So if you come up to the top right here, if you go to the plan, this is going to have the weekly checklist. That's what this is. Okay, let's click on it real quickly. Okay, so when you click on that, it goes to agenda. If you would click over here on week, that will show you that week's checklist. So you can click on this, and it'll tell you excuse me, your work for the week. So we have a little grammar, misplaced and dangling modifiers that create kind of sometimes fun or interesting sentences, but they're worded incorrectly. And then we have a little bit about social issues. And then we start reading Harrison Bergeron, and kids actually really like this one. Excuse me. And then on Friday, theme for English P. So this is the work for this week. You can see on Friday, TFAR number 1 is due. I need to get that link put in there. But this is what we have coming up this week, okay? If I come up here and go back to content, you always have to be patient in the OLS. And if I go back to class home and back to this banner at the top, all your teachers should have one of these. You can go to the progress. See, it says track your course project progress, and it's not going to show for me because I'm just acting like a student, but that is going to track your progress through the checklists, so the daily work that you have in English 2. All right, this is going to show you how far along, how many of those lessons you have completed. But not everything we do is for a grade, right? Just like in brick and mortar, not everything you do in there is for a grade. It's the same thing here. You have one assignment per week. So again, that's where I said you could find that in class announcements. I will always put the link to that assignment here. You can also find it if you go to grades, and you're not going to have the same exact view because I don't have zeros or anything. I'm just acting like a student. But here, you can see completion status. You can see if you did it, you will have points right here. You'll have a letter grade, A, B, C, F, right here. And then comments and answers. So if you have done it, you'll see the points, you'll see your grade. If you have not done it, in the comments, I almost always, I've tried to stay on top of this, I almost always put the link to the assignment here. So if you're ever like, man, I don't really understand what's for a grade this week, come over here and look and see what's next. And then you can go straight to the link that I post in here. Okay? And y'all can already do that. It's just not showing on my end with the view I'm in. But you can go. If you did not do Welcome to English 2, come right here and click that. Okay? So again, to access assignments, don't get overwhelmed with all the coursework. Going to the plan, to the content, that's where you can kind of go through everything. Don't go up here and do this. I mean, I'm saying do it, but if you're overwhelmed and you're like, I don't know where to start to get my assignments, they're posted in the class announcements. They're posted in grades. Or I have a fun link, tinyurl.com/Tiva, Tiva E2. There it is. And I have this that I send out for everything. It does look a little bit different from last semester. I decided to organize it by major grades. These are ones that it'll be very hard to pass English 2 without doing these. And then CGA grades. These are your 5 points, 5-point quizzes. Okay, so you can go to tinyurl.com/Tiva E2, and I send that out all the time, so you can get it later. But I would bookmark it, and this is how I would go. Each week I will change right here so you can see what we're on for the week. Okay. So that first week it was our course introduction. And then this week it's TFAR number 1, which you can see it's not the most important grade, but it is a very important grade. These are worth 12 points, okay? So it's hard to skip those TFARs. It'll really not do you well. So take care of those TFARs, get those knocked out. I know end of last semester I had some kids that had done everything they could over here, and they refused to do either the interim or TFARs or the 2 writing assignments we have. And these closed out, and there was nothing we could do to get their grade up. So they ended up failing even though they had done really well on all these. They didn't have enough of these done. Okay? So take care of these. Make sure you get these done throughout the course of the semester. These links will always be the most updated. If ever in the grades tab, if I forget to change the link, or in the course announcements, sometimes especially TFAR links change, this will always have the most updated link. Okay? So I hope this helps you as you navigate semester 2 of English, guys.